Hey, this is Tyrese Anderson. What I want to talk about right now is the problem with conscious rap. Now, I have touched on this subject a little bit for the past two previous videos I have recently posted about conscious rap. And what I want to talk about today is the problem fundamentally with conscious rap. Now, even though there have been some good conscious rap groups in the past, such as De La Soul, quite a few others as well. Black Star is another one, and even just simply independent acts like Common and so on and so forth. There is some fundamental flaws with the conscious rap mindset that actually makes it a bit toxic to people who listen to conscious rap music. So let me get into the reason why conscious rap is actually toxic in all honesty and in some ways makes things worse. Now, first off, I just want to make it clear that my stance on this is that even though of course there have been good conscious rappers in the past, is that what I'm talking about mostly is the fact that some of the beliefs are outdated and they don't really work. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get out here. Okay? And even though some of the songs are good, like Kendrick Lamar, I have to admit it is kind of toxic. And I'll get into reason right now. So the first reason why, and the only real reason why conscious rap is actually toxic is simply due to the fact that the problem with conscious rap is its anti-materialistic message that a lot of rappers tend to put in their music, such as if you listen to the song De La Soul Stakes is High, you can clearly tell there's a very anti-materialistic message. And if you listen to pretty much most Def's music in general, all of it, um, you realize there's a very anti-materialistic message to his music. So so that is the biggest problem with conscious rap, is that it creates, for that very reason, is that it creates a left right paradigm, which means that when you listen to conscious rap, you're either branded as being someone who's a follower of conscious rap, so you're someone who wants things to change, or if you don't listen to conscious rap or something, or just in general someone who's a rapper, you're branded as someone who's ignorant and just simply another statistic or something. And truth be told, that is the problem with conscious rap that I think needs to be discussed. If anything, I feel this will make conscious rap better because it doesn't have to have issues such as hypocrisy and somebody who says, I'm against money, money's not everything, and then they later get caught, for example, in a huge ass mansion, making all these money off of these people who actually believe this stuff. Because truth be told, the truth, as any wise man would ever know, truly wise man, and there's been many who've come along, will tell you, is that anyone who claims that they don't crave two main things in life, money and fame, is lying. Those are natural human emotions and not natural human feelings. Whether it's one of the two, there is something you will always want in life. Okay? Those are the things you will always want in life. Though you will always want more in life. And anyone who claims that, well, I don't really need that and stuff, is a liar. It's just like Buddhist monks. Why do they train so much to kind of go against, you know, these so-called temptation, these meditations? If there is no such thing as temptation, then they wouldn't be doing all that stuff all the time. So, because truth be told, those are feelings anyone in the world has a temptation for. If someone goes around saying, "Oh, I don't feel any of that stuff," and all that sort of stuff, and they're still selling albums out there for a general public, then guess what? They're probably lying, if anything. So those are natural human feelings, okay? And back onto my point is that, truth be told, if you're making music and you're branding someone who doesn't see the world exactly the same way you do as being ignorant and stuff, it causes problems, because the obvious problem it causes is marketing. The truth of the matter is, whether we like to hear it or not, the majority of people who listen to rap are not in our community. Okay? They're not in our community. And it just comes on a common sense. Okay? They're not in our community. If you're going to sell something to people, and even sell things to people all the time, if you're just talking about shit like that, conscious issues all the time, it can get depressing. It can make people feel frustrated and angry, and even, God forbid, cause riots. For crying out loud. Why the hell would you want to make music that is about that stuff all the time? Because it's the problem they haven't really understood about music. Is that, just look at music throughout the rest of the 20th century. All they really talked about was pretty much the things that now we consider taboo. Disco, and even going back, they talked about materialistic things in black music. You didn't hear about people complaining about it back then like they do now. Because truth be told, people can make music about anything they want to make music about. They don't have to make music and talk about materialistic stuff and say, I'm also a drug dealer on the side. That's your choice to make those comments or claim those things. It has nothing to do with anything like that. You can still release a dance track or make dance music and talk about having a huge ass mansion and all this nice shit, and don't have to be talking about, for example, oh, I'm a drug dealer and all that type of stuff on the side. No, you don't have to do any of that stuff. It's up to you if you want to do that. Besides, it's been exposed that a lot of people who claim to be from the hood are actually from the suburbs. Well, there you go. So truth be told, you don't have to do that. And the problem with conscious rap is that it creates that mentality that you're either one of those two things. But truth be told, how would the world work? Even if we live in a world where all we care about is family and friends. And that's a problem I have with groups like De La Soul. They made good music, at least in terms of beat particularly, but their message is kind of flawed. Is kind of flawed, truth be told. Because if we don't have materialism, then what would the world be like? That doesn't sound like a very entertaining world for anyone to live in, where there's no materialism or anything to look forward to. People just eat and drink and just focus on wearing clothing. That seems kind of boring to me. And that's kind of the problem groups like them have had, is that De La Soul, and a lot of them don't tend to realize, is that materialism doesn't necessarily corrupt people. What corrupts people is the circumstances that they're living in. It has nothing to do with materialism and all that sort of stuff. Look at the white community. You don't hear about them going around shooting each other and doing drive-by shootings and all that type of stuff. No, because they already have that money. They don't need all that crap. They don't need to do all that crap, more like. So they don't have to do any of that sort of stuff. It's socioeconomic conditions. So I don't think there's really a need for that. And I just don't think saying you have a problem with materialism and all that stuff is really necessary. That's what I'm trying to say here. And they create that mindset, they create that mentality. And even when you listen to music aside from that, it's either talking about revolutionaries and shit, or it's either just talking about relationships. Their topics are very rigid, and that's kind of what the problem is. So truth be told, that's why I find the conscious rap community toxic. They make good music, but I have to admit, you gotta call a spade a spade. They're toxic. So um, truth be told, that's my personal opinion about the conscious rap community. Hopefully something can change when it comes to this issue, so we can listen to music that doesn't talk about all this hood shit all the time. Because truth be told, rap has given us, as a black community, a hard time. It has justified people who've always kind of hated us in the first place, having more evidence to justify their hatred towards us. So that would be good if we can figure out a way to do it and kind of get used to listening to music that has nothing to do with crime and all that type of stuff, okay? So hopefully this message will get out there to somebody, and hopefully it can help in some way create change. Because truth be told, man, We can't be talking about this stuff all the time. But the conscious rap mentality is not the answer to the question. And this is all I have to say. This is my video. Hopefully, this has opened the minds of a lot of people. And truth be told, if you like this video and like videos like this, remember to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Hope you enjoyed it. And that is it. That is all. Later.